What is matter? Now, matter is anything. Anything that occupies space and has got mass, and it's also got weight depending on where it's placed. Now, atoms are the smallest indivisible particles of that make up matter. This is actually like the building block of matter, because from the atom we can make molecules. Now, this molecule is made up of two different atoms from two different elements, and the blue one represents a different atom from a different element, and they are chemically combined together. That makes a molecule of a compound. Now, similarly, here we have another molecule of a compound, two similar atoms, that two similar elements, and two different elements, but all of them chemically combined give us another compound. If the atoms are from the same element and they are chemically combined, then this still remains an element, molecules of an element. Now, looking at these illustrations, you can see that in the compound, the atoms are joined in a fixed, definite proportion. For every two red atoms, of course, color is used here for illustration purposes, there is one blue. Two red, one blue, two red, one blue, fixed proportions in which they chemically combine. A mixture, on the other hand, which we looked at before, you find that things are mixed differently. So this is different from that, which is different from this is same as that, and so on. So in the case of a mixture, you can have different molecules combined in different proportions. There's no fixed proportion or ratio in which they combine. We now look at this question, which is a common question in the exam. The examiners like picking it and using it to assess your understanding of the constituents of matter. Now, element A, this element A, this mixture, this is an element, this is a compound. Before we look at the question, the exam question, we can say a bit of that. This an element is in gaseous, could be liquid or gaseous form depending on how much space they have. But this is a pure element because it's made up of the same type of atoms. This is a mixture because it's made of different atoms and they are not chemically combined. You can see they're spaced out one from the other. C is an element, same type of atoms make it up, and D is a compound. Let's see why. The atoms are combined in simple proportion. The ratio is the same. So for every two blue, there is one red, so D is a compound. Use the diagrams to answer the questions that follow. The choices may be used once, more than once, or not at all. Let's look at the diagrams. P, diagram P, then there is Q, then there is, what is the question? Identify which substance represents a mixture of two diatomic gases. Di means two, means it's made up of two atoms. So if it's diatomic, a mixture of diatomic gases, that should be Q. If you look at that, these are diatomic, and it is a mixture. So Q is the correct answer. B, a pure element. Now, a pure element is made up of the same type of atoms, and if you look at these three, there's P, there is also S. If you look at S, it's made up of the same type of atoms. You can use P or S, you can choose P and S or both. A mixture of two compounds, now you have to check the proportion, right? This is one compound, this is another, this is the same as that, this is the same as that. These are two compounds mixed together. That should be T. It's 1 mark. A pure compound. Now, a pure compound is made up of the same type of combination. So the atoms are combined, the same number, the same proportion, same ratio, and that should be R. We look at R, this is the same as that, same as that, and same as that. And then a mixture of a compound and an element, mixture of a compound and an element is, this is a pure element, this is a pure compound, so that should be Q. Because Q, you can see this is a pure element, and this is a compound. They are mixed together.